more projections. Some of them may be too early to call in a number of cases, but we're about to get more projections in more states than we get at any other time of the night. Again, 8 o'clock, the key races that we're going to be looking at in here are places like Pennsylvania and New Hampshire, where there are very close races. But we've got a bunch of governor's races up. We've got a bunch of Senate races up. And here's what the NBC News election desk tells us we can tell you about those races at this hour, at 8 p.m. Eastern. In the Florida Senate race, the projected winner is incumbent Republican Marco Rubio. In the Pennsylvania Senate race, the very closely watched race there, it is too early to call between Democrat John Fetterman and Republican Mehmet Oz. Again, too early to call in Pennsylvania. In the New Hampshire Senate race, too early to call between incumbent Democrat Senator Maggie Hassan and her Republican challenger Don Baldock. Again, too early to call in New Hampshire. In the Alabama Senate race, Alabama is leading in that Missouri Senate race. And in the Illinois Senate race, where Democratic incumbent Tammy Duckworth is facing a challenge from Republican Kathy Salvi, that race right now is too early to call. Looking at the overall picture of the United States Senate at this hour, look at that. 36 and 36. Democrats control 36 seats, as do the Republicans. There are 28 seats. Before I allow you to do that, I'm sorry, because I have a characterization to make. In the Missouri Senate race, NBC News is now projecting at this hour that in the Missouri Senate race, the Republican candidate Eric Schmidt is the projected winner. Again, Missouri Senate. Also in the Iowa Senate race,
of the House at this moment. And that is a wild thing to say. Just let me remind you, at 3 in the morning, we are not able to project who will control the House of Representatives in an election where people thought the most obvious thing in the world is that it's plus or minus 10, which means anybody could actually win it at this point. The Senate still up for grabs. Right now, Democrats control 48 seats. That's what they've won tonight, compared to 47 for the Republicans. There are still 5 races to be called. However, we can call one key Senate race that we've had our eye on in this cycle. NBC News can project the Democrat John Fetterman, the winner of the Pennsylvania Senate race, beating out the Republican Mehmet Oz, bringing an end to one of the most contentious and expensive campaigns.